Standard hoops, flat hoops, continuous hoops, magnetic hoops, cap hoops, frame holders. What's up with those? There's all kinds of choices for a multi-needle machine, and we're going to go through them today. I'm Kathy, this is Sewing Tech Talk, and today we're going to jump through some hoops. I'm sorry, I won't make any more of those jokes. So the giveaway for today's video is a great pack of embroidery thread. Every time you like, share, or comment, you're entered for a chance to win. Check back in a few days to make sure that you can claim your prize when you win. Good luck. Today we're going to talk about the baby lock array, but this kind of applies to a lot of the multi-needle machines. A multi-needle machine is great. It can be used professionally, really, and if you are a dedicated home embroiderer and you want to embroider some stuff, it's a little bit more challenging on your standard flatbed machine. This machine can totally do it, because not only is it a multi-needle machine, it's also a free arm machine. But to get into different specialty embroidery situations, you're going to probably need a specialty hoop. Now the machine comes with a set of 4 hoops. So I'm talking like about the array today, but it just depends on which machine that you're getting. I think generally most of them come with about the set of 4 hoops, small to large, and we're going to see all of those today. But there's specialty hoops for special things that you might want to do, like caps, little small items, things that are even more challenging to hoop than you can with a standard hoop. Now those hoops, all those different hoops, need to attach to the machine. So let's review that just a little bit so that you're more familiar with the whole process. Now I have a handout for today's video, because this can get kind of, what do I want? What do I need? And by the time you're adopting your specialty hoop, you might need that information again. So I've written a handout for this and all of my videos. This is called A Practical Guide for Selecting Multi-Needle Hoops, and I'm listing here all of the hoops that come from the manufacturer. Now you can get, let's call them aftermarket hoops. Other manufacturers could come out with a hoop, and they do different things. So just be aware that you're going to have to, if you do that, you're going to have to get the one that's specific for your machine. But they're out there. There's tons of different hoops. So let's dive in. Okay, let's talk about frame holders, because that's how the hoop attaches to the machine. Now in the industry, hoops are called frames. So I might use those names interchangeably today. So let's talk about the frame holders. Now specifically with the array, it comes with 2 frame holders. It comes with the A and the B. Now, have you ever gotten that kind of a furniture that you can assemble, and it has all those little stickers on it, and you know how to go, part goes into B and B goes into C, and once you get it done, you take off the stickers, right? Because you don't need that, in your beautiful new furniture. Well, the same thing applies here, but don't take off the stickers. So this is the A frame holder that comes with the array. This is the B frame holder that comes with the array. Notice one's white, one's gray, and one has the A and one has the B on it to help you identify which one is which. The other thing that's kind of a neat thing to notice is this holder is a little bit longer. This holder is used for hoops that are optional to the machine. So for example, you can get a continuous frame hoop. We'll see that in a little bit later in the video, and this is the frame holder for it. A lot of times that if the frame requires a specialty frame holder, it will have that letter on it. And so you could match the 2 sets. So don't take off your little letters and actually read your instructions, or look at the handout, because I kind of go through what the different frame holders are for each. Now the other thing to remember is sometimes if you get a specialty hoop, well most of the times if you do get a specialty hoop, you can get that as a set with the hoop and the frame holder, right? And you're probably out there saying, well, duh, I would need the frame holder if I'm using the specialty hoop. Well, what can happen is, say you're doing embroidery for business and you're doing a big job and you're doing multiples of every little item, right? You might need an extra hoop to be hooping something while the machine is actively embroidering. So you can get, your very first purchase is the set that includes the frame holder and the hoop, but after that you can get just the hoop, and because you already have a frame holder that'll work for both. That's also true for the hoops that came with the machine. So if you do go into business, or say you're doing some big project and you want to be able to hoop something while the machine is embroidering, you can get individuals of just about any hoop that's out there. Very important when it comes to the cap, because while one's embroidering, you can be hooping another one, and you could actually work up a sweat doing embroidering hats, because you can just keep going because they finish so fast. Now, this is the specialty driver frame. This is the frame holder for the magnetic hoop, and it is the one labeled F. There are other kinds. There's A, B, C, D, E, F, right? This is the one for the cap frame, and I wanted to bring it forward so that you can see it, because it's a little bit special. It's actually not called a frame holder, it's called a hoop driver. Why? Because it literally moves. It has other parts that move, and it is secured super special because it does move. It not only secures with the top screws, but it secures with screws on the bottom. I go through that in my handout. So if you're interested in seeing how that will go on, that's available for you. Now let's talk a little tiny bit about how the hoop will attach to the frame holder. It literally slides, right? And these are the two screws, the two little small thumb screws that attach it to the machine. And it's going to attach here and here. Now this large thumb screw can be loosened so it can move, and it moves, and it for every different size hoop, it'll move to the different sizes that there are. And that's how the machine knows which hoop you have on there, which is great. The machine knows what you have on there. Other thing to remember is on other frame holders, easy for me to say, what they have is they have a little sensor, and that's how the machine knows that you have the proper frame holder on there for that hoop. And it will actually adjust the screen and do everything that you need to know to make sure that your embroidery fits in that specific hoop, which is great, because if you're using the machine, you don't have to worry about you're going to accidentally send it over to embroider into the hoop, which is not good for the machine and not good for the hoop either. So this large screw is what adjusts from side to side. Got it? Okay, now let's put this on the machine. And then I'm going to take my little onesie, and it is going to fit, this little part of the onesie is going to fit right around that free arm. It's going to go right in here. I'm going to slide it on in. Adjust that large thumb screw for the size of the hoop, and I'm ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to embroider this little onesie with a special name on it, and when we come back, we're going to talk about, I have so many exciting things here to show you how to hoop. Oh my gosh, I hope I can get through them all. So I'm going to embroider this, and then we'll be right back. So here it is. Now onesies come in a pack of 4, so I think I'm going to be a little cheeky. They're new parents. I think I'm going to do front and back. But anyway, turned out pretty good. And then here's the standard hoop. Once again, super easy to get to. Pop it on out, and ta-da! Now this is the 4x4 hoop that comes with the array. 3 other hoops come with it. This hoop is great for onesies, a big field on the onesie, left chest embroidery on shirts. Tons of uses for this 4x4 hoop. But let's explore the other 3 and bring them on up from my secret stash. Ta-da! Okay, so here is here's a great gardening apron, right? Now, I know you can make one and pre-embroider it before you do that, but sometimes you can go out and you can totally get blanks. Pieces that are pre-done, ready to embroider, and totally embroider them, sell them custom on Etsy or whatever. So this is the small frame. This is 60 by 40 meters, and that's about 2.5 by 1.6, right? So about 2.5 by 1.5, and great for the small areas that you can get to. Once again, this will fit on the machine because the free arm fits right in there. So hats. We'll talk about the hat hoop in a little bit, but some hats just don't fit in the hat hoop, no matter how cool the hat hoop is, right? This is a super small, super soft, super low profile. What if you want to do something on the back, right? So this is a small hoop that can get into all these teeny tiny areas. Now I brought this bag out because I'm going to talk a little bit about bags. You can, like I said, you can get pre-done things. This is a blank, as it were, just a basic, nice purse. Totally can bring it in there, hoop this up. It's leatherette, so it'll embroider beautifully. Put initials on front and back. It's a great item that you can embroider, give as gifts, or sell. I have a bunch of cosmetic bags. These can be monogrammed. This size, couldn't do it on your regular machine, but totally can work with these kind of hoops. And you'll be surprised what you can get done if you start looking at items, looking for items that fit into maybe the smallest hoop, maybe the 4x4, or we can get a little bit bigger. Now remember, I have 2 of these hoops. You can get extras if this is your business and you want to do extras and just keep feeding the machine. Let's go to the next hoop. So we've done the small hoop, the 4x4. Comes with the 5x7 hoop as well. Where is nope, where is that? Here it is. So you can get into a bigger area on some bags and totes. So this is like a briefcase. This is a computer briefcase. This is the 5x7 hoop fit into that pocket on the briefcase. So I can do a pretty big embroidery in a 5x7 that'll really go across this computer bag or a tote bag. Now, I keep talking about specialty hoops that are coming up, but remember, this machine will embroider just like any other tricks that you've used on any of your other embroidery hoops. So for example, here's another great gift idea. This is 1-inch webbing, and it makes a great key fob. This is sticky stabilizer. The webbing just fits on there. The array has a feature where you can totally see with a big LED guide light exactly where the embroidery is going to go. Do your embroidery, and then you can get a clamp that'll fit on the end just like that and makes the world's greatest keychain. It's really, really cool. Really quick, fast, and easy gifts. So I can stick multiples on here. This is a luggage strap for piggybacking 2 pieces of luggage. Imagine this with initials on it. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. Remember, you don't have to use a specialty hoop, but a specialty hoop is going to help. Now, this is 5x7. We've done the little one. We've done the 4x4. Let's bring out Gigantor. This is the large hoop that comes with the machine, and it is let's see, it is 300 by 200 millimeters. That's about 11.8 by just shy of 8. And so this is a standard hoop, and I want to bring out its cousin. It has a cousin. So this is the big embroidery in there. Now notice, this jacket is super heavy. All the hoops that come with the array are heavier than you're used to on a flatbed machine. So it can support a bigger item, okay? It can do a really big embroidery. So you can do all kinds of fun stuff. I think I need to get another jacket and put a llama on it because I think that would be really cute. Now, I wanted you to notice how this item fits into the hoop. Just like we did on the onesie, the top part of the hoop is the part that attaches to the machine, and the bottom fits inside. And that means that the item is going to flow underneath underneath the machine. But what if you don't want that? What if it's more important for the item to come over the top? Well, there's a hoop for that, and it's called the flat frame. So let me bring that one up and show you what that one looks like. It's our first super special hoop. So the flat frame is for big stuff, and if I have something big and I want it to flow over the top of the arms of the machine instead of going down into the belly because it's too large, the flat frame attaches differently because the top hoop is the hoop that goes inside, and that means this can flow over the side. If you're quilting a quilt, doing super large items, this is a optional hoop for the machine, and it helps you help those items. Now this fits into the regular A-frame frame holder. Let's talk about another optional hoop. Oops. This one requires the B frame holder. How do I know that? Well, it says so right on the hoop. It says B. All you have to do is match the letters. Now, this is the continuous frame hoop. And what it does, let me get it orientated so that you can see, is it literally is a clamped style hoop, and that means when you push on these, it's going to pop open. You slide your item in, you press it on down, and voila, hooped. Pretty cool, right? So it's made to go along the side of, say, a bed skirt, a curtain, anything you want to do embroidery right along the edge, because you can just slide it on down and keep doing it. But I wanted you to see that it might be also great for the front of a jacket, along the buttonhole area. So it is the continuous frame hoop. Remember, talks about it in your handout. B frame holder, I know that because I matched the letters. But wait, there's more. The hat frame. Now this is the flat brim cap frame, and this is inside the hoop. Here it is inside the hoop, and I have a whole video on embroidered hats talking about all the cap frame set. Now remember, this is one hoop where you might want to get an extra frame itself because it only takes 4 or 5 minutes to do a hat, and you could be hooping another one while the one's on the machine. Now I brought up this hat because I wanted you to see that not all hats fit inside this cap frame. What happens is, yeah, you think I could get it on there, you think I could do this, oops, oops, but no, there's no place for these to slide inside in the frame. So it's probably good for caps and anything that doesn't have a back brim on it, but how could I embroider this hat? Well, you know there are specialty hoops I could use for that. There are other clamp frame type hoops that I could use to get to just about any part of this hat, because why? Because on the array, I have a free arm. So there's a couple others that we have checked off our list. What else? The magnetic frame. It's very sexy. Here's the magnetic frame. Now, why is it kind of special? Well, it's kind of special because it is truly a clamp frame, which means that this part will lift off, and it's held down with these super strong magnets. I take them off, and you can see that it will open up for me to slide the item on there. Yes, it has a custom frame holder that fits on the machine, and this just slides right on into it. So fabrics that might be kind of fragile, might get hoop burn, this particular purse has these little sequiny things. I think they might get damaged if I hooped them traditionally. This tote bag, well, it looks like it would fit into the other hoops, right? But the fabric is really stiff, and it didn't want to hoop into this traditional hoop. And I could have used a sticky stabilizer, but this bag is so sturdy, I might not need stabilizer. So why not use the magnetic hoop, slide it on there, and I'm good to go, right? So the magnetic hoop is pretty cool. This is the 5x7 size. It's also available in a 4x4, which would be awesome for doing like that left chest embroidery. You could really crank them in and out really, really fast. Oh, here's some placemats. Also, pre-purchased placemat. You can come in, do some super cool, fun, fancy embroidery on it, and you've taken a, let's say a couple dollar placemat and made it into something a little bit more. Are there any others? Oh, a couple others to talk about. There's the sleeve frame. What the sleeve frame is, it's a frame that's 3 inches wide and 8 inches deep. Now this one would be great for, well, sleeves, or say you're going to do some embroidery on the side of a pair of pants or on the bottom of a pair of jeans. That 3-inch wide opening, you could totally get in even the slimmest Levi's to go into the bottom of that. So that's the sleeve frame, 3x8, and if you need it, you need it. There's also very, very small clamp frame set that you can get for getting into the little tiny areas. Super great for children's clothing. Well, I think I've talked about all the ones that the manufacturer comes out with at the present time. You know, there's always engineers coming out with more stuff and solving problems that maybe we didn't even know we had. So thank you for hanging out with me today. Don't forget, we went through a lot of different hoops. Get the handout. Talks about them, and yeah, maybe there's one that's right for you. Adopt them as you need them. I'm going to shoot it off to George. He's going to tell you a little bit more about the Array, which is an awesome machine, and you can get some mighty, mighty fine accessories if you ever need to jump through, a hoop.
Thanks, Kathy. That was an incredible presentation. The Baby Lock Array offers the right combination of performance and technology. Now, because it has that open arm, you can embroider almost anything from bags to hats to backpacks to sleeves, all kinds of items that you can't embroider on a flatbed machine. But it also has such technology, including the ability to size your designs up to 200% or decrease them 70% and maintaining the same quality. Now, it has 6 needles that interchange very, very quickly, and it goes up to high speeds, over 1,000 stitches per minute. Its large, a nearly 8x12-inch embroidery hoop gives you beautiful embroidery of all types, as well as you can even send designs via Wi-Fi to the machine. You have 50 built-in fonts with the ability to arc and array and customize, plus some very, very large monograms that are so beautiful. My favorite feature is that crosshair laser. I can simply draw a line or a crosshair on my garment and mark 2 points, and it automatically aligns it so that I have perfect embroidery every single time. Now, we have an incredible opportunity on this machine. The Baby Lock Array has a regular retail price of $14,999, but right now it is on sale for $11,999. We're offering interest-free payments of only $199.98 a month. That makes this very affordable. We're also including free shipping across the country. But right now also, as a special offer, we're including a bonus. This bonus includes 9 rolls of stabilizer, 10 5,000 meter spools of Floriani thread, 63 spools in virtually the rainbow colors. I have a box of bobbins, 10 packages of embroidery needles, plus 2 exclusive collections from Anita Good Design that has over 650 embroidery files, and a membership to Love and Knowledge where you can learn everything about the Baby Lock Array. This bonus has a value over $2,000 and it's included free with the purchase of the array while we have this in stock. Now, I mentioned that we have interest-free payments of $199.98 a month. If you're not wanting to finance this, I have even a better offer for you where we have even more bonus for you. So give us a call at 1-800-865-9664 or click on the link to order this machine. Bye for now.